Hello. I'm really happy to make another video. I put a pot pie in the oven. I was gonna go to dinner at, I wanted to go to California Pizza Kitchen, and I have glitter on. But, I don't know. I was also gonna go into the gym to see if anybody was there that, I consider myself to be friends with, but I just got anxious on the outside, and usually I get anxious because I'm alone. And I mean, there's the physical part of it of like, it's very primal, but like, am I safe to be here alone? Even though that's more of a subconscious thing. But it's also the social aspect of, am I going to be seen as like a weird outsider? Because I can kind of stand out wherever I go. So I didn't go into the gym, and then I drove by the California Pizza Kitchen. I just saw like families and people together, and I was just not like FOMO of like missing out, but I started the day pretty resilient, but now at this time I feel kind of down. I'm gonna play some video games, and I'm gonna eat a chicken pot pie that I'm making. It's just a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling of like, without me, there's not really a lot celebrating me. And that can be really fun, but then once your energy goes down or something happens, you know, nobody's like, cares to celebrate me. So I don't want to say I'm ungrateful, because I did have some nice conversations. I called all my family members, and I got some nice texts. But it is weird sometimes. I went to the spiritual store, and I got this. Isn't this cool? It's a druid book. And I got some incense. I'm gonna burn that tonight. And then I also got candles. And I'll probably burn them too. I like YouTube because I feel like I can be safe to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And I don't always feel that way on other platforms. But I went to a pool party this afternoon. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I had a client. I think I did mention it in one of my shorts yesterday. But I have a client I worked for yesterday, and they didn't fucking pay me for the work I did. And it was an hour to drive out to their house and an hour to drive back. And they want to cash out pay me. I'm going to talk to my dad about it because he knows how to handle business stuff, but I don't know. It's a couple, like a gay couple. And the ones that are, there's 3 people. It's like a throuple, technically. And the ones that are like the tops really like me. But the one that's establishing the payment is the bottom. And I'm learning about, I learn a lot about people when I clean for them. And I don't know, sometimes when it is LGBT people, and I'm cleaning for them, and especially if it's a couple, it's similar to like when you're a girl waitress, especially if you like work at Hooters or something, and you wait on a couple, a straight couple, and the girl is really like weird energy, and the guy is really like loving it, and you as the waitress feel like, oh fuck, what do I do? It's that sort of thing. And I don't believe in that. Like, I believe in unity with people who are more feminine, and I don't believe in competition. I believe in just being your most beautiful self and loving that. But it adds a weird thing to the dynamic that I just have a gut feeling of. Like, I don't even know what it is, but it's different. It's a different vibe. Talking to the two that are the tops and the one that was the bottom, like it's quite a different vibe. And I felt that from the first day in my gut. Like, not like I love your energy and I love hiring you and be around you, but like something different. And that's all I'll say, because I don't want to go too personal, but it just, something feels strange. But I went to a pool party for these same people that it's like a big gay pool party, all men too. And there's a word my brother used for it, but I don't know what it's called. It's like some big like party where people hook up, basically, sort of thing. And none of the people, I don't want to say none of the people, but the people at this party were not people that I necessarily want to surround myself with. Now, I love the LGBT community. I love a lot of queer people, but I'm driven. I value a deep, like, partnership with someone, not a hookup. And when I say I'm driven, I mean like career, like goals, success over like fun and alcohol and smoking and being in a pool with a bunch of other gay men and hooking up with guys. Like, all support to you if that's what you like to do. That's not who I want to be. That's not the life I want either. And I don't want to be conceited, but sometimes when I go to events, especially in Albuquerque, I'm like the hottest guy there. Or one of them, one of the hottest guys there. I don't want to be at an event where I'm the hottest or one of the hottest guys. I know I'm hot, okay? But interesting. That is a micro. I didn't do that on purpose, but that's a micro expression for disgust when people it's this. And I know certain micro expressions on the face. So when I do them naturally, I'm like, oh, okay, that's how I'm feeling. So I'm feeling disgusted. And I was just thinking about some of the men at this party. And the only reason it disgusts me is because I don't like to hug people. I don't like to touch people. I don't like people to touch me unless they feel really comfortable with them. And I don't know, gay guys don't always have, it's not like weird and unconsensual, but it's sort of like, oh, give grandma a hug. But you don't want to give grandma a hug because she's like, no thanks. Sort of that sort of thing where you don't want to be rude, but it is technically physical consent. And some people I really like and don't mind, but a lot of the people, like, I don't want you to touch me, I don't want you to hug me, you know. And I don't mean to be rude, but it's just like their vibe, their energy, their appearance, the way they look, everything is not something I want to connect with my energy and my body. And this is the second time I've been to the party. And I keep getting invited, of course, because, I mean, who wouldn't want to invite me to their party? I'm gorgeous. I'm hot. I'm beautiful. And any party is elevated by me and my fucking presence being there. But last time I went to this party, I got too drunk. And when you get too drunk, you make bad choices. And yeah, basically ended up, I wouldn't say bad choices, just choices. You make choices that you wouldn't necessarily always make. And so last time, and I'm just gonna be real honest, okay? They have a whole crazy room with like lots of crazy things. Like a sling, multiple slings, okay? So you know exactly what kind of party this is a little bit. And that's cool, and that's fun, and that's different, and it's exciting. But I had never been to a party like that. And so the first time I went, I was like, whoa, look at, there's all this stuff. And I'm naive and a little bit, and I'm autistic and I'm hot. I say that all the time. Naive, autistic, and hot. So when I see something new, it's like a little kid at a candy store, and I'm curious and I'm interested. And then if I'm really drunk, then it's like, you know, I didn't like bang 50 guys, okay? But, my God. my standards were gone that day. I drank too many margaritas. Give me one margarita, I'm gonna open my legs. Give me 2 margaritas, okay? Don't give me any margaritas. No margaritas, because 1 margarita, you open your legs. You don't even need to be doing that, okay? There's a line in The Waitress where she says, I do stupid things when I drink, like sleep with my husband, you know? And I don't have a husband. And so I sleep with some random person that I've never met before at a party. It was fun. It was not like unconsensual. It was really fun and I had a great time, but it's not who I want to be. And who I want to be is a person with high standards, with the people that have access to my body, who get access to kiss me, hug me, touch me, any of that. And sometimes the line is thin at big gay parties with a lot of gay men. You know, the line of high standards is thin because that's just not the place for high standards, you know. And I don't want to act like I am disgusted or like these people are bad or this is like a bad way of living or being. I don't think that at all. It's just not how I want to be and how I want to live and the types of interactions I want to have. Like I want a man, I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend more than anything. And I'm not going to find the boyfriend that I'm looking for at a party like this. So, but I'm young, so a lot of people are like, oh, I want to experience something like that when I'm young. But I don't think the people who participate or act like this are disgusting. I just think, for me, I'm disgusted by myself. And not like I'm disgusting or I'm bad or I'm immoral, but just I'm disgusted with the fact that this is out of alignment with who I want to be, if that makes sense. And especially because I'm really hot and I'm gay and I'm autistic and I have been naive, like there have been literal dozens of times in my life where men have put their hands on me or been gross. Like this is like a fucking product. This is Oakley glasses. This is a fucking Ferrari. I mean, look at me. I look really good. This is a Ferrari. This is an 11 out of 10 right here, this beautiful body. If you were to put a Ferrari in just a regular neighborhood or a big crowd of regular people, what do you think would happen? Bunch of undeserving people, slimy, grimy people, go put their fingerprints all over that beautiful, beautiful windshield, beautiful window. They'd be lifting up the, windshield wipers. Even if the car was unlocked, they'd be going in, like throwing dirt around the car. It's just like, whoa, look, a Ferrari, whoa, whoa. They'd be maybe even not careful, leaving chips in the paint, damaging the tires, damaging the interior, and then just be on their merry way, because that's how people operate who are not at a high standing to be able to earn a luxury product. Because a luxury product is not just about the price, it's about the type of person that you have to be in order to respect and properly handle that luxury product. If everyone in the world, like if people that go into Walmart and Goodwill got access to a Prada or Louis Vuitton heels, those heels they would be mistreated. They would be mistreated. They would be thrown in the corner. They would not have their own pedestal to be on, where they deserve to be. Louis Vuitton heels deserve to be on a fucking pedestal or in a beautiful fucking shoe closet, not thrown on the floor, not thrown on the couch, you know. Those people would not be walking around at places where the floors were accommodating to luxury designer shoes, and those shoes would get beat up and broken and worn off. And this is just true. This is true. And a lot of people will think, oh, that's so privileged of you. I'm not a rich person. I'm not a wealthy person, but I understand how luxury products work. And that is, in order to have a luxury product, you need to know how to properly care for it. Like, a guy who owns a bunch of Fords is not going to have the lifestyle and the behavior to keep a Rolls Royce in pristine shape. They're too rugged. They're not careful enough. They maybe don't even have enough money to be able to replace parts. And that's kind of what I'm trying to say. It's a big metaphor, but I am the Ferrari. I am the Porsche. I am the Oakley glasses. I am the Louis Vuitton. You know, like Oakley glasses are not glasses you just don't have a case for. Oakley glasses are not for people that just throw their glasses face down on the dining room table. Oakley glasses are a luxury product that you treat with the utmost fucking respect, like they're worth $300 that they cost, you know? And the quality of the product is high, you know? And that's who I am. Like, I look fucking good. I look like a quality fucking Ferrari, but the interior operates like a quality fucking Ferrari. And all of those components come together. So for me, it's about like not only how hot I am, how attractive I am, but how good of a person I am, how kind my heart is, how well-intentioned I am, how driven I am, how ambitious I am, how I start my own business, how energetically uplifting I am to be around, how warm I am. Like, the inside matches the outside. When I'm 11 out of 10, like a hot fucking bitch on the outside, I'm an 11 out of 10 on the inside. It matches. And I don't want to be around 4s and 3s who go ooh ah when they see a Ferrari. And I don't want to be in situations where I'm not in the rich neighborhood, parking my Ferrari in the rich neighborhood, parking my Ferrari in the nice downtown area. I don't want to be parking my Ferrari in the scary area where people are poor and don't know and live in scarcity and don't know how to deal with a Ferrari and will throw rocks at a Ferrari even just because it exists. They're just mad. And mind you, listen to me, I've been fucking homeless. I've been below the poverty line for my entire adult life. Right? And people get so pissed, especially poor people, get so pissed by statements like this, but it's like, this is my standard for my life, especially with where I'm at and where I want to be. So it was an interesting experience. Like, I had one point where a guy like went in for a hug and then went in for a kiss. Not a makeout, but just like a little smooch. What? Like, I'm sorry, you haven't earned that. What have you done? What have you paid? What work have you done to earn a smooch from the fucking quality 11 out of 10 Ferrari, baby? What have you done? What have you done? Nothing. That's the answer. You've done nothing. So, there's people walking by and I'm just in my underwear. So, we're gonna put my leg down. They didn't pay. They didn't pay to see this. We can't. We should go shut the blinds, honestly. I'm gonna do that. Hang on. The strangers walking by my apartment window have done nothing to earn the right to see the 11 out of 10 luxury Ferrari lounging in my apartment in my underwear. They have to work if they want to see this sort of thing in the window. Period. Okay? But there's so many things in my life that are like this where the outside doesn't reflect how I identify. It doesn't reflect me. And what I mean by that is like the apartments I live in, like my home, my space, what I make of this apartment complex is an 11 out of 10. You know, there's a beautiful pond, it's a gated community, it has a pool, it's beautiful. But a lot of the people that live here are very, very poor because the rent is really low and they're complaining and they're burnt out and they're exhausted and they don't live a luxury life, which is what I want to live. Sorry, I've lived in poverty my whole life and I woke up one day and decided I don't want to be fucking poor anymore. I've experienced that, and what it's given me is compassion for people who are in that. But I think at some point you can decide, I don't want this. And the moment you decide is not the moment you live in it. It takes sometimes months or years to transform your life so that you're living not in poverty. And you have to be creative and you have to figure out what you need to do to make that change. But that's the change that I want. I want to be rich, really hot, really pretty, have luxury products, have a beautiful, wonderful relationship and boyfriend, even husband. And I have no problem saying, not good enough. This is not good enough. You're not good enough. This situation, this environment is not good enough for me. And then a lot of people say, you'll never find someone to meet your standards. You know what? I will. Because that person will be me. I'll be the person meeting my standards. You know who earns the right to give me a smooch? Myself. I've earned that right. Because I put in the work. I earned that. I earned that and I deserve it because I put in all the work to meet my own standards in my own life with hard work. And that's a big takeaway for me for my birthday this year is, and maybe I write that down, I no longer want to be in environments that are not a reflection of my luxury value. I'm gonna write those fucking words down. Okay. Listen to me. Okay, look at my triceps. Okay, but anyways. I no longer wish to be in environments that don't reflect my elite, rich, wealthy, luxury value. Even if that means that I am alone. Even if that means that I am alone. And I'll say, I love you at the end. Okay? Period. I mean, my house, luxury. I even have a luxury couch. I had a $20 ghetto couch. Got in trouble for saying that word from somebody because they said it's only for people of color. But I use that word because, I don't know, for my vocabulary, I just attribute it to like impoverished, like poor. But I might stop using it because it was weaponized against people of color for a long time, even though the original phrase came from places they would put Jewish people during World War II. That's kind of where it came from linguistically, and it had nothing to do with race, but Americans turned it into a racial thing. But we're not gonna say it again. Poor, you know, I don't want to be poor. I don't identify with poor. I identify with rich, wealthy, successful, happy, hot. That's what I identify with. And I'm an elite. I'm an elite. I'm an elite. I'm a rich, wealthy, luxury elite. I'm a luxury product. I'm not trying to sell luxury service or luxury products. I am the luxury service and the luxury product, period. Okay? Me, my presence, okay? Do you know what I bring to parties when they tell you to bring something? I bring my presence. I bring my beautiful self. That is the gift. I ain't going to be spending like $25 spending 2 hours cooking something. You paying me to come to this venue? Because my food is good. Everything I make is good. It's really good. And I don't want to be in places anymore that don't reflect my value, that don't see or respect my value. I don't want to ever be in places that don't, it's not reflect, it's